Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go sit on the bed.
Give me 2 minutes. I need to get rid of my content.
Well, technically we're live. Okay, mic test. Can everyone hear me? Vincent, you are super early. Okay, looks like we got Len in the chat. Pie Guy's here. And they're talking about the microphone noise. Okay, let's turn it down. It might be loud, but what's more important is it clear? Alright, it's fine, my man. Alright, then we're just gonna get started because I can't stay here too long. So I'm gonna make this quick. What's up, everyone? Dr.D here, and in this video, we're recapping 2020. 2020 has just been such a stellar year for everyone, hasn't it? Or maybe less than stellar for most people, and I do realize that I'm in a pretty privileged position living in Taiwan with still under 100 I can't even talk, with still under 1,000 COVID cases, less than 10 deaths, and overall we seem to have it under control. So I'm very fortunate that I've been here this entire year. So thankfully my DDR progress has not been halted like most other people around the world. And I guess I'd like to start by just wishing that wherever you are, if you're in a place where you're under lockdown or restrictions or it's just too dangerous to go out, I feel for you. And I'm really hoping that things turn around in 2021 for all of you and you guys can go back safely to the arcades and start playing again. And in the meantime, consider buying a home mat and play some ITG, get familiar, and if you really can't even do that, get some exercise. Keeping your body in shape is definitely the best thing I can recommend so that when you finally get back to stomping those arrows, you should have some fitness at your disposal. So those are my quick advices. Can advice be plural? That's a great question. Anyways, but yeah, hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone had a nice happy new year. I hope that you guys had a good celebration. If you had a party, I hope you limited the number of participants. Hope you didn't go out into large crowds, but I do hope you enjoyed the countdown if you're into that. Alright, so if you're just joining us, hi, welcome. And like the title says, today we're going to be recapping 2020 as a whole. We're going to be looking at the goals I made in 2020, what I achieved, what I missed, and we're going to be looking at what we can do in 2021. And I'm being pretty ambitious this year, so we'll see what I end up actually doing and what I don't. Alright, so let's do a quick recap real quick by looking at, well, my master sheet, which is linked in all my videos and on my Twitter bio and a lot of things. And a lot of people don't know quite how to use this sheet. So like on the first page, you'll see it's just raw data of all expert and challenge difficulty MFCs. And you'll notice that they're basically all on single except a few. A few are on double actually. And that's why you'll see this number over here differing. On the far left will always be the absolute total, where the second column is going to be focusing on whether it was done on single versus double, and it should be very clear which one is which. So my last doubles MFC was more one night, and overall though that was my 817. Starting last year, I believe, that's when I finally crossed over to just saying, okay, just expert challenge period. That's my total. So like starting here, I will claim that I have 835. If you care only about singles, minus 27 off of that, so I'm still over 800. But that's how I count them. So in case you're ever not too clear on how I count my MFCs, expert, challenge, that's it. So why do I bother MFCing lower difficulties? Well, then we go to this page. This page is pretty much the most helpful for like at a glance, and it's not too overwhelming. This page just basically tells you all you really need to know. So one of my achievements this year, which we're going to be breaking down pretty soon, is I did MFC all of beginner. So you can clearly see that, well, and this is a quick at a glance way to know how many songs are currently on a white cab in DDR A20 plus. 910. 910. That's the answer because I have all of them. So yeah, that's the best way to figure it out if you're not sure. All right, but that's not all there is. So there is a gold or removed or never an A. So I'm missing about 11 of those. So if I were to have access to a gold cab, I can clean up most of that. But yeah, anyways, that is how this sheet is read. So currently I'm missing 11 songs on basic, 100 exactly on difficult, 244 expert, and 139 on challenge. And then the total breakdown of what I got is there. If you include for all the difficulties and removed, well, you get a pretty big number for singles. I don't have too many on doubles, but add 80 to that, and you get the absolute final MFC count, which is 3,536 MFCs, and the good majority of them were probably done during 2020 because I made it my mission to MFC all the lower difficulties, and oh boy did I come up good on that. Alright, so let me check the chat real quick, see how you guys are doing, see who's all here. We got Carl, we got Lewis, we got someone from Japan, I'm guessing. Happy New Year. Thank you and welcome. And we got Len managing. Alright, so back to the breakdown. Yeah, so you can also see how many I'm remaining in each column here. And another big milestone that I made was crossing over the 50% barrier. So that's taking in everything. So single and double, beginner through challenge. If you were to flip a coin that had a 50.50 chance of landing on something, well, most of the time you would draw a song. If you were to do a random draw with these odds, there's more than a 50% chance that you'll pick any song or chart, and I probably have it MFC. That's pretty cool. Like it could even be on double, but likely, I mean, like totaling on single is 87%. It's pretty nuts. So like anything you can draw from single, there's like an 87% chance I have that MFC'd on any random draw. That's pretty awesome. All right. Let me check chat one more time. All right. Oh, we got Tyron here. Hello, Nicholas, and yeah, Lewis once again. All right. How are we gonna do this? Well, I guess we're gonna do this by looking at the actual list here, and let's see what I did. So, whoa, that might be a little too big. Alright, I got it. Here we go. So basically, we can like ignore all of number 2. And let me explain. So you're going to notice that there's a lot I did do, but there's clearly a lot I did not do. And with what I did not do, well, alright, let's just go by point. Alright, number 1, recover knee and health. And I think that overall I accomplished that. My knee has gotten a lot better since my original injury back in, wow, September 2019. It feels like ages ago. So thankfully, we've taken good care of my knee. I still have some off days. Some days I'm just not feeling 100%. But overall, feeling a lot better than I was several months. And keep in mind, that was also why I made the goals that I did, because I was accounting for at the time, you know, I was only 3 months into my injury, and I was like just starting to like get back in there, and I was trying to make some goals based on how I felt at the time, and this is what I came up with. All right, and I wanted to really dive into doubles this year. I really did, and I'm going to be 100% with you. I didn't. I just did not. I had way too much fun playing and grinding on singles that double just always took a back seat. And I did actually plan on going hard on at least the last like few months of 2020 to really grind into doubles. But you got Veronica to blame for that, because I ended up meeting her, and she basically comes with me every DDR session I play right now, so I have like so much more incentive to play single. But at the end of the day, I'm not really that upset because I'm really glad with my singles progress. And I guess this would be the time I will say that every goal that I've made in 2020, I am rolling over into 2021. So I'm taking a mulligan for the doubles because I didn't even focus on it. So with that said, first goal is doubles. I'm going to try to PFC everything on basic. I'm going to play every chart, so you can watch me fail Egoism 440 challenge on double. That's going to be fun. I don't say I have to pass it, I just said I have to play it. Uh, we are going to go for 800 MFCs from basic through challenge. This is specifically on double, so between basic and challenge, I'd like to get around 800. 800's the total goal. I have 80 right now, so we're going to have to increase that by tenfold. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then I'd like to get 100 expert challenge MFCs. That's still on the table. MFC all 3s and 4s. And you know what? I think since I waited so long, I'm going to make the first modification right here. We're going to get those 5s as well because fuck it, why not? I don't even know what's in the 5s, and it's probably not possible, but let's go for it. Alright, we're going to try to PFC all of the 1s through 13s. We're going to get this. Yeah, basically all these are fine. Yeah, PFC of 17 should be pretty doable. And pass every 18. Alright, so that's what I didn't do, and that's what's all getting rolled over. Let's look at what I really did on singles. And even though I missed a couple, there's at least one caveat in there. And on top of that, I did so much more than I wanted. It like more than makes up for what I was going for. So let's see the highlights. First one, 20 songs or less remaining to MFC for 1 through 10. I got 0. I got every single one of them. And this is like the highlight of everything. I only wanted to get all the 5s, 6s, 7s, and 10s. 10s seemed like the hardest at the time, but still manageable. But when I looked at the 8s and 9s, like there's some stupid shit in there, like the Tokyo Evolves, and and the beginner charts. Holy shit, the Osakas. You also got over the period Valkyrie Dimension. Like I did not see me getting any of those, so I just wrote off the 8s and the 9s. And on top of that, I never even made the goal to MFC all of beginner because I just didn't think I could even get those because they were an 8 and a 9. But here's the thing, I got it. So not only did I MFC all 5s through 10s, in the doing it also made me MFC all of beginner as well. And I'm very happy that my last session I did finally re-clear up to make sure that I ended the year with all 1 through 10 white lamped, and that was awesome. So I can kind of like give a pass for this one, and there's a bit of a caveat for this. So I said 10 or fewer remaining 12s. Well, to be fair, Mecha Neko Rock was originally rated an 11 at the beginning of the year, and halfway through the year they changed it to more than half, but at some point at the DDR A20 Plus update, they did change it to a 12, so that just added a 12 for me. And for the record, I have 12 12s remaining for Expert and Challenge, Mecha Neko Rock being one of them. And I was pretty sure I was going to get either Future List or go real hardcore on Thank You Merry Christmas and get it in the last month. But unfortunately that didn't happen. So I did miss this, but I'm still keeping it. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to make it 9 then. How about that? Okay, so we're going to make it 9 or fewer, 12s remaining, going by the end of the year. So I have to get at least 3, and they're for sure going to be releasing more 12s, and there's chances that they might be hard enough that I can't MFC it, so I might have to dig more than just the 3 remaining to even make that realistic. Alright, I had another goal, SDP all the 13s. I got them all. And that means that for 2021, we're going to be SDPing all the 14s. And it sounds like I only have like 4 or 5 left, but god damn it, you better believe it might be impossible. Alright, so that'll be one of them. And I'll clean up like this list and how it looks later. And I'm only adding on 2021 goals based on if they're like similar to these. I have completely unsimilar goals to make after we go through what I did. Alright, we wanted to just keep the gold lamp on all 1s through 16s. Well, white lamp 1 through 10, and I kept the gold lamp for the 16s. And yeah, once again, during the last session, I finally decided to get the one that I had remaining, which was a new song to be fair, but yeah, nonetheless, I got it done. Alright, I did have a very lofty goal though. I did want MFC all of first through max on all difficulties. I got really fucking close. Really fucking close. Basically, I'm down to one chart, which I will not name at this moment. And I will just say that I will roll this over to 2021, and I hope this is the year. I think I started with like 4 or 5 charts, and I got the remainder, except the one that I coveted the most. Alright, we wanted to, and this was also done, so like 3 of these were like solidified on the last day, which is kind of funny. So, I also wanted to PFC Fascination Max Expert, and I did it. On the last session of the year for me, I ended up PFCing Fascination Max. This song has plagued me for God knows how many years, but the point is, I kept it. I kept it in my mind, and even though I didn't feel the greatest that day, I had to do it, and I did it, and I'm very happy about that. So we're just gonna go ahead and change that to CSP. I have a feeling that CSP is actually going to be easier than ESP, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but like trust me on this. There's like at least 2 parts that I way prefer on CSP. The one part that right before the gallops, because it actually has like a pattern that's a lot easier than like the 2 drill pattern for expert. I hate that. I hate it so much. So believe it or not, Fascination Max CSP might actually just be easier. Alright, I totally lied, by the way. I said that I did not make a goal to MFC all beginner charts. I totally did. Why didn't I put it near here? Interesting. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to just ignore that I said that before. And yeah, I did MFC all beginner charts, and I made that a goal, and I got it. Alright, now here's another caveat. So the last one that I made for singles was MFC 120 BPM folder, and on beginner through expert. Now here's the deal, I did do it. I did, until they fucking added this Japanese song like Nori Pine Farine. I don't even know how to say that. Yeah, whatever she said. I have no idea how to say that. But yeah, that was added, and goddamn is that fucking hard. I got the world record on it. I mean, it's gotta count for something. I got it down to 3, but even now I don't think I can get it. I really don't. But what can I do to make up for it? I think I can get all the 130 songs on expert, specifically expert. Let me think about that. But I did do it. There was a moment where I had the under 100 BPM to the 120 BPM MFC'd on beginner through expert. I did have that for a solid few months, I want to say. But then eventually they added it. We got Quickman coming in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much. And yes, I got facts. Thank you. I hope you watched that live. If not, the VOD is always a good way. Alright, and if I were to pay attention to doubles, I probably would have hit this, and that was going to be the 4,000 MFCs on altogether. And yeah, for you just joining in, we ended up with 3,536, but if I really wanted to hit that goal, that was assuming that I went in hard on double, and I did not. And in the chat, tell me, do you prefer to call double double or doubles? Like, double already implies 2, so saying doubles, but single, we definitely say singles. So, interesting. I don't know. I've seen the debate about that, but I think doubles is preferred. Whether it's grammatically correct or not, I think that everyone just colloquially colloquially, can never say that word, prefers to say doubles. Alright, so that's a recap, and I did modify some of these. I did modify a few of these to go, but now let's just specifically talk about what I got planned for 2021. Well, let's see. What's the best way to? Should I just start typing? Or I think Pie Guy, if you're free enough, do me a favor and type on the sheet. Let's add it. Or I guess one thing we could do is could just like copy and paste this like that. Damn it. No. No. Okay. This is like no tangible way to say this, but I want to get in better shape. So this is kind of like a freebie. Like no matter how I feel at the end of 2021, I can be like, oh yeah, I'm totally in better shape. But I really do want to physically take better care of myself, because my biggest limitation at the moment definitely seems to be related to the fact that when I can't physically do something, I'm limited. Like when I can physically play a song, I can do really well on it. I can MA it, I can score really well on it. But as soon as I, get gassed, or I just, physically cannot move how I want to move, my MA goes out the window. Like I'd like to say I'm a world-class player when it comes to like certain songs, like especially like up to level like I guess 15. Like I think that Chris would be nervous if we played like up to 14, 15 against me, unless it's some stupid crap like Remain or Osaka, or I don't know what else is really terrible. But I think that I could hold my own for the most part against anyone up to a certain difficulty. But once we get up to the 16s, harder, still 17s, 18s, my MA goes out the window. It doesn't matter how good I can MA and MFC all 1 through 10 if I can't like physically even combo 18s. So alright, so double we can kind of gloss over real quick because this is all the same. So I'm going to keep the double. Oh, it's down here. Oh, nice. Yeah, double is basically going to stay the same. So singles, we're just going to delete what we don't need. So the first, let's see if there's a, how do you do the cross the line through? Is there a, I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm talking about, right? I know how to underline, I know how to italicize, but I don't know how to strike. Is it called strike through? So like Control S? Oh yeah, that would be save. I definitely don't know, but I know Pie Guy's gonna come to the rescue. Alright, let's just start off with a really tough one, and I think a lot of people have been dying to see me actually commit to it. And that is PFC all 17s. That's the first one. We're going to PFC all the 17s. Expert challenge. Hell, if they ever come out with a difficult 17, we'll give it a shot, but they're going to have to make a difficult 16 first. I'm just saying. So PFC all the 17s. Finally going to sit down. We're going to be studying Smallest 3. We're going to be studying Chaos Terror Tech. We're going to be studying the London Scooby ending on Type C. Version C, sorry, London has versions. We're gonna be memorizing like either the beginning or the speed up section of Delta Max Challenge. We're gonna be probably like spending like 400 hours on like learning Pluto the First, and another 400 hours at the gym and like getting my quads in shape to do those drills. But alright, I'm committing to it. We're gonna try to PFC every level 17 this year. So that's number one. What we already said we're going to improve on, we're going to get 9 or fewer remaining 12s to MFC, specifically to MFC for Expert and Challenge. And let me check the comments real quick. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are pretty surprised. Yep. hmm But we are definitely going to try to get 9 or fewer left to MFC for the 12s. I already for the 11s, like a lot of people want me to like say like MFC all 11s. Like that's really not possible. Like I know it sounds like it wouldn't be that bad, but like trust me, it's really really that bad. Okay, let me just like quickly like give you guys like an idea. What do I need for like the level? Give me 1 second. We're doing this live. Like for the 11s. Okay, well, oh, I forgot to say all the other goals. Pie Guy, what other goals did I get in 2020 that I forgot to mention? So I also MFC'd every expert 11, every expert level 11. I MFC'd it. So that was a huge accomplishment I got in 2020 that I forgot to mention. Is there anything else, Pie Guy? Because I'm very forgetful. There's got to be other things that I forgot. I know we talked about it. I just don't remember where we talked about it. Yeah, and oh, if you want a further breakdown, so yeah, Pie Guy gave this to me before. So 1 through 10s are MFC'd. 11s, I have 8P or better on everything. So that would be with May and Osaka. Those are at 8. For 12s, I have 8P or better with everything, with Mechanica Rock and Awadori DSP being my lowest at 8 perfects. For 13s, I have 9P or better, with the worst score being Sakura Expert. I definitely want to improve that. I'm not going to make it a goal for 2021, but I'm going to. For 14s, I have all 18P or better at currently. Awadori and Cytokinesis, they are at 18P, but I'm aiming to SDP both of them during 2021. 15s, I have 31P or better, with the lowest being Osaka 3, and over the period, those are at 31P. Yeah, and then 16s are going to be 36P or better, with Pucci being my worst. Yeah, so how about we look at the 15s? Okay, I'm just gonna write these, and Pie Guy's gonna put them all nicely. So 15s, we're gonna go sub 25P all. 16s, we're gonna go sub 30P all. 17 at least 5P or better. So we can go like that. So add those however you think looks nice. Any other fun stats? 18s, I have the highest score. I got it on, well, I didn't get it this year, but it became real this year because they made Air Heroes Challenge an 18, and I had 28P on it already, so that became my best 18 score, even though when I got that it was a 17, so I don't know, it's up to interpretation. But right behind that is 29 perfects on Prey Challenge, so if you don't count that, I got 29P, so a sub 30. And I have 5 PFCs total on 18s, so 18s is going to be 10 PFCs total. So I'm going to try to get 10 PFCs total. So we're going to try to double whatever my count is right now. So I have 5 right now. We're going to double it to 10. So we're going to do that during 2021. Okay, what else are we going to do in 2021? And for my 19 score, I think I got the highest score on any 19 this year. That was on Egoism Challenge 440. I had a run where I got 92 on it. And let's go for 19s. Sounds crazy, but we're going to do 19s, 95. We're going to try to get our first double A plus on a 19. So that's going to be pretty difficult, but It will probably most likely be max 360 CSP, but either way, it's going to be really hard. So that's going to be my goal for 19. I didn't make any 19 goals last year, so it's going to be interesting. So moving on, moving right along, and we're going to have to go a little speedy. Yeah, my lowest is La Crema CSP right now at 831, but I can probably get those up. I don't want to make like a I'm not going to make a goal for the lowest, but there you go. Okay, let me see what else I was talking about for doing. Double 18. Alright, oh, I forgot another one of my goals that I want to do. Yeah, another big goal that I want to do this year is a sub 100 beginner through difficult songs left to MFC. To give you guys like more clear like what I'm talking about, so coming here we can see that currently I have 100 remaining songs on difficult and in 11 here, so it's exactly 111 songs that I have left to MFC that is not an expert chart. I want to get that number under 100. Should be easy, and I know you're all thinking like, why don't you just get the 11 basic songs? I have a way easier time getting 11 difficults than basics. Trust me, if I have not MFC'd it yet, there's a fucking reason. There's a reason why I don't have 3 different Osakas, okay, on basic. Okay, you got that? There's a reason why I don't have Valkyrie Dimension on basic. Over the period on basic. There's 5 right there. Do you want the names of the other ones? Trust me, if I don't have it yet on basic, there's a very goddamn good reason. Yeah, I mean like difficult, like at least I'm like getting things like out of focus or like or like Rampage Hero. Like those are fun. Those are like nice, you know? They're pretty nice. There's nothing nice left in the basic folder for me. If I get this sub 10 this year, it'll be a miracle, okay? It'll be a fucking miracle if I can just pick off 2 more from there. Ugh. So, yeah. But the goal is, whatever these 2 combined, it's got to be under 100. So sub 100 remaining here. And that should probably give me 90% for the complete there. And, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. The next biggest goal. Okay, now this one's huge. And when I say it's huge, I mean it's fucking huge. And, there's 2. I'm gonna hit you with a 1-2. You guys ready? We're gonna get, the first one's gonna be really easy, and the second one's gonna be really fucking hard. Alright, first one, 4K MFCs overall. So using, if I play on double, I can do it. There's no way that if I only play single from here on out, I'm going to hit 4K. Like I've pretty much drained singles dry. I would need like 450, more than 450. Like even if, let's say that they come out with 50 songs. Or actually, every time they come out with a song and I can get all difficulties, that's plus 4 MFCs. So that's not quite fair. But who knows? Maybe it would be possible. How many would they have to come out with? Just 100? 100 songs, right? They came out with 100 new songs, and I got all 4 difficulties on average. But there's no way they're coming out with 100 songs. I would say like between now and then, they might come out with like 40, maybe 50. Let's say 50. So 50 times 4, and this is like assuming that I can even get all of them. Yeah, like there's no way. Like, let's just say that in some miracle world, I can get an extra 200 on singles. I still gotta dig into doubles. So there's no way I can get this without really diving into double. Like, I want to eventually, like, consider doing 5K, but I don't see the numbers working out yet. I mean, like, hey, if I only got, like, half of those, it'd be 5K, right? Yeah, but, yeah, good luck on that. But, Yeah, for the 4K. Now the second one is way harder, and if you guys have an idea, you probably know it. And oh, that's hilarious because I wrote 4000K, which is not 4000. That is not 4000. Okay, but we're gonna do 1000 expert challenge MFCs. Yep, this is gonna be the year. At least I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to make it the year. That will be huge. That would be absolutely huge. For the record, I have the most MFCs on expert challenge. Period. Just no one else even comes close. I don't even think Chris is at 700 yet. Now, to be fair, when he finally gets access again, he'll get well above like 700, but he doesn't grind like everything like I do. He has way bigger and loftier goals than me, to be fair. But uh, expert challenge 1000 MFCs. So let's just take a quick peek what I'd have to do to make that happen. So we're talking, so right now, expert challenge, so we have the total expert challenge right here is at 835. I would need 165 on singles to make that happen. And there's no fucking way. I will say, at best, and I mean at frickin' best, I can get this to 900 with singles. And that's like accounting for hopefully another like 50 songs on singles that I can MFC that they're going to release between now and then. We're looking at like a bare minimum 100, probably closer to 120, because I already actually have 27 on double expert and challenge combined. So we are looking more like an additional 100, maybe 120 on double to make that realistic. So it's got to be a big double year for me to hit that number. And like I think even Jupiter, last time I asked him, he only has like 130 double expert challenge MFCs. He doesn't have that many. And hands down, he is far and beyond a way better double player than I am. And I don't know how much progress I can make in the next year, but it would have to be immense. So I cannot undersell enough how hard getting 1000 MFCs this year will be. So that's kind of like the crown jewel if I can hit it this year. But it'd be hilarious if like they make a new mix and they add like 100 like cheap licenses, like Japanese licenses that are just like bop music that are like all level 10s and 11s. That'd be hilarious. But I don't see him doing that. I don't. In general, if you guys look at the trends of difficulty, there was a great graph that someone made and showed off a while ago where like from like 2013, like the average amount, the average difficulty per mix, it's like always trending higher. Like always. Like from like Supernova 2, they were like very heavily geared towards like expert level 9s and 10s, and then slowly it went to like 10s and 11s and then 12s, and now like the average is a 13. Like on average it's a 13. And my MFC, I have a pretty good MFC for, let's see if we can go to difficulty rating. Yeah. So I mean, here, this is a great page, by the way. You guys should really explore with my sheet. There's so many cool things you can do. Shoutouts to Pie Guy for making this. And by the way, if you like this stream, if you like this cool background that I got going on, shoutouts to the Len. They're the ones that are really the masterminds behind this whole duct tape operation. You know, they're the one holding together everything. Like I'm nothing without them. So seriously, eternal debt and my sincerest gratitude to Pie Guy and Len for helping me out with the stream and the spreadsheets. It's all them. But yeah, if you look at like, yeah, like I said, I got all the all the folders up until 10. And the really cool thing about this page particularly, you can actually check or uncheck certain boxes. So if I don't want to include, like for example, beginner, basic, you'll start seeing like there's no basic charts until level 4. And like that's how I get the number that I have all the 11s on expert. If you include challenge, well, I'm missing one. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. I'll do the goal. I didn't think I was gonna make this goal, but yeah, fuck it. MFC 11s, ESP, CSP. Fuck my life. Suck a dick, Sakura. But I'll do it. Whatever. Whatever. I'm just missing one. So it's like basically making a goal for one song. Crock of shit. I don't even want to play that anymore. You have no idea how hard it was to MFC that song on basic. You have no idea. No. Okay, I promised I wouldn't curse, but I already failed. Yeah. Eat a dick, Sakura. Anyways, so you can see how the breakdown goes here. So it's a really cool sheet. And I came here to show you the average. So like on general, like if the song is like an 11 or lower, like there's a very high chance I'll MFC it. If it once we get to like 12, like it starts dropping off, but there's a big drop to the 13 and there's a huge drop to the 14s. It's like once we're 14 and higher, the chances that I actually can MFC those charts drastically goes down. They're all under, 50%. And right now, like the average difficulty is like 13. So, in general, a lot of the newer songs, though I can get them, uh, it doesn't look good overall. It's not like the good old days. All right. I think that does it for the goals. Pie guy and am I missing something we talked about? I'm gonna look over to see if I'm missing anything. And if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around a few more minutes. You can ask me. And yes, I do have my special guest, Veronica. Maybe she'll say a few words. Maybe she'll make a few goals. So if you got questions for me or her, you can ask us now. Yes? Why is Len a banana? I don't know. Len, why are you a banana on Discord? Veronica needs to know. She demands it. She will not sleep until she has an answer. Okay, let's see. You can try to get in. Not sure if it's gonna work. Oh, it doesn't recognize your face. That's hilarious. Wait, what if I'm off screen? Well, what if I get on screen? Oh, no, there we go. You're like kind of fading out. That's weird. Uh-huh. Okay. Was the PFC on Facts the best way to end the year? Yeah, I'd say so. I've ended like showing, I think it's like a good prelude to like 2021. Like I'm entering like hard stuff, if you would. And I can't understand, I can't undersell enough how difficult MFCing, what would be all of the 17s is going to be. There's so much. Maybe if you're closer, it'll be easier. No? Further back? Yeah. Veronica face reveal? Yeah, because she was always hiding her face.
There was a face cam before.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm like saying like. Uh-huh. Yeah. So sadly, for most things, but good for my doubles, is currently Veronica would be moving back sometime in February, possibly March. She's looking to extend it if possible, but likely after sometime in February or March, I'll be back to solo play, unless any of you want to come visit Taiwan. But during that time, I'll probably go back to focus. Well, not back. I never went, but I'll focus on double during that time. But until then, probably going to be singles from here on out. And then when I finally get some alone time again, I will be grinding double. So that's the current trajectory that I'm aiming for. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm checking to see if there's anything else I missed. Mm, nope. I think that I made some pretty good goals. Yep. And by the way, I actually did play a quick session today. Nothing too fancy, but I did do an offline session, and I primarily focused on playing double. And I got my first MFC already this year. So in fact, I kind of lied to you guys. You know, when I was showing you this spreadsheet and I was like telling you my recap of all my progress in 2020. Remember that? Yeah. Well, can you believe it? I was lying to all of you. I did not get 3,536 MFCs at the end of 2020. It was actually 5,000. Oh, I can't even talk. 3,535. Yeah. I got City Never Sleeps on double basic. But I also took the world record on difficult. So, hey, doubles players, I'm coming for your records. Or probably not, because I'm really not that good at double. But, yeah. Okay, so this is inflated by 1. So it's like fake news, you know, I'm talking about my accomplishments in 2020 and I'm including an MFC from today. Yeah. I hope I can regain your trust over the next 12 months. Oh boy. Yeah, but we'll see how much double I actually end up playing. Alright, seriously guys, I cannot stay up like much later. I probably should have been asleep like an hour ago, but that's like it. Unless you guys have something like really pressing that you gotta ask me, I'm gonna be ending it there. I'll throw back up on the screen one more time. These are the planned goals. I think Pie Guy made it a lot more pretty looking than what I was doing. Mm, well, I didn't say it says pass every 18. I'm going to play every chart. I have no expectations of passing every 19 on double. Like, I don't even know if I can pass every 18. Talk to you again in 2022. 22 will be the double year because it's 2 and 2. You know, they're like, yeah. So yeah, these are going to be my goals for 2021. Basically, all of double got rolled over, and singles has some pretty lofty goals. And oh, Pie Guy, why did you write MFC Sakura CSP? Just write MFC Level 11's Expert Challenge. Because there might be some new 11s on Challenge and Expert that, you know. and then it, and then when I MFC them, like it makes me feel like I'm working towards that goal. And I don't feel like, God damn it, Sakura CSP has been haunting me all year. You know, it kind of feels a little bit better. It's more indirect. I can definitely do indirect. I don't like. It's the same reason why I say MFC first through max on all difficulties. It literally comes down to one song, and as far as I know, they're not going to be adding any new songs to the old folders. So I could write it one way, but I'm specifically not writing it that way. So you guys know what it is. I know what it is, but we're writing it like that. Okay? Alright, good. And if I do miss the 1K Expert Challenge MFC goal, I'll probably roll it. I'll probably get it sometime in 2022. Because, like, inevitably, as long as they just keep adding music, I'll eventually get it. You know? So. Okay. Truthfully, I really want to make this sub 20, but then I always remember that OTP or difficult is a thing, and then I'm like, yeah, let's make it 25. Bye Bye Baby Balloon Revival. There's so many songs I would like a revival for. I would say at the top of my list, though, has got to be So Deep. If they did a revival for So Deep, oh man. Ah, I would love to see that. There's plenty of other like really good things that should get a revival, like The Center of the Heart. Yeah, I told you that, remember? Yeah. Yeah. What am I gonna do when I get a little excited? That's a good song. There's a lot of good stuff. Why can't Kind Lady get a remix and come back? Anyways, yeah, that's about it. So, I'll be alive again sometime soon, probably next week, regular time, if all goes well. Yep. And if you guys ever have anything to say, if you guys ever have anything to talk about or questions, feel free to ask me. Just don't spam me. Thank you. You know who you are. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. I feel like there's one more thing I wanted to say. Yeah, I don't know. Should be an interesting year. Should be an eventful year. Should be a fun year? Maybe. Maybe not. But I hope you guys have a good year. White lovers sucks. And in today's age, it would probably be considered racist. Actually, it's pretty basically a Christmas song. I'm just kidding. How about a Little Bitch revival, huh? Yes, there's a song called Little Bitch. Yeah. Who wants a Little Bitch revival? And if we're gonna like get revivals from like any era, how about we do 1-2 Little Bitch? That song is awesome. Who knows? But I do know I can't stick around. Alright, special video coming out soon. I don't want to spoil it. But if you guys have been liking the videos, make sure you give Lena a big shout out and tell him thanks in the comment. Oh, and I guess maybe last thing, plug my Patreon. If you guys are not already subscribed to my Patreon, consider joining. You can pledge as little as like $1 a month, or if you want to get some cool benefits like joining the Patreon request streams, which by the way, one's about to happen in a couple streams. Yeah, consider pledging on Patreon. And I will do the songs of your request, your mods, your song, your chart. I will do it. And I am also doing a public one every 25, and the next one is also on stream 50th. So there's going to be a double day for double requests, both public and Patreon only, in the next probably week, I guess. So look forward to that. And yeah, Veronica, you want anything to say? Anything? And you want to make any goals? Do you want to say hi to your mom? I know I'm just like all right, she'll make goals during the year. And I hope all of you are making goals, and if you're in a state that's pretty run amok with COVID, I hope your goal is staying inside and keeping everyone safe. Alright guys, that's gonna do it. I will see you next time. Peace.